All right, ladies and gentlemen, of course, we're back. We're finishing the second half of our interview with Marlon Miller, and today we're going into the Q&A section. If you missed the first half, Marlon opens up about his journey from Jamaica to Grand Bahama and, of course, to the University of the Bahamas. He speaks to us about his academic pursuits, what he has done up to graduation, as well as life after graduation. So you want to tune into the first half and hear what he has to say. He left a lot of nuggets, 3 strong nuggets, about what a lot of graduates need to this new norm, right? So thank you, Marlon. We're going to enter into our Q&A. I see Marlon is here, so let's get started. And I'll while we wait for the audience to send any questions they may have for Marlon, I know I all right, I just cut on the Wi-Fi, bro, just so we have a better connection. Let me see if it's better. I cut on the Wi-Fi. You look a little cleaner. Sorry for my tired eyes, bro. I been doing videos for this commencement, so your boy being up all night. I got one more
So,
late night videos.
no rest for the weary.
Is it you connected? You could see me, or I need to cut off the Wi-Fi?
Yes, I can hear you.
You can hear me. All right, and I can see you.
Yes.
So my first question is your best memory as a UB Mangoes. What is your best memory? And ladies and gentlemen, you're free to draw questions in the timeline so we can get the best out of Marlon for the next 10 minutes.
I think probably my best memory was in my sophomore year. I scored a goal in a game. That was a big game. It was quite a big game, and I had the equalizing goal to tie the game up in like the 70th minute. And I was
Okay.
having a really good game overall. And being the one to seal the draw was because for soccer, a draw is a thing. For basketball and all those other sports, the draw is not so much a thing. But for
You
us, we
keep
cherish
going
draws.
overtime, right?
Yes,
Overtime.
yes, we cherish draws, and to be the one to secure the point for the team in that game, that was probably as at a single moment, that was probably my best moment, I would
How
say.
rare is that for someone who played your position? How rare is it for you to score?
When you compare to other people, it's pretty rare
Okay.
in general because of the role you play. Sometimes you're always the one who stays behind the ball and you don't really go forward. You're always a security blanket. So you scoring sometimes is left up to a rare run forward or a long range shot from probably about 20 yards out or so a lot of the times. So it's that type of thing.
It's pretty dope. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're opening up the floor for any questions you would have for Marlon. Marlon is a very experienced student, graduated with one of the best degrees you could ever get from any institution, psychology, hands down. But of course, he's opening up about life and his experiences, and that's very commendable. Actually, let me ask something I didn't ask before. Which part of Jamaica are you from?
From Clarendon,
I have no idea where it is. I know about
yes,
Charlottetown, I know about Kingston. Where's Clarendon? Where's that?
Clarendon is the center of the island.
Okay.
Yes, so right in the center. It's the third largest parish. So imagine the third largest island in the Bahamas. That's the
So y'all,
equivalent.
y'all is the Abaco of Jamaica.
Economically, no, but size-wise, yes.
What about tolls? How much tolls you gotta pay to get to you?
Two.
2 tolls?
Yes, but that
And
is if you want to drive that way. There are other options that you have
that's why
to worry about
that's
the
why we
traffic.
friends.
Yeah,
That's why we
yeah. So,
friends. You
so
gotta tell me about these other options because I learning about
two.
Jamaica now. I supposed to go
Yeah,
traveling there next month, so I'm learning about the
yeah.
highways and different
2 tourists reached
systems.
me. Two.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. But we right here just standing by. We have Coach Sheen. Sheen is in. We have a few people in. Shout out to Roxy. Roxy's from Jamaica. Shout out to Roxy. She was in here. But what else can I ask in the meantime? What else I really want to know? I want to know who are your top. If you had to play a 5-on-5, just a 5-on-5 for soccer, which is weird, right? But who are your top 5 players for UB that you would love on your team if you could have picked 5? And why? And
That
why?
that I've played with.
That you have played with or that you have heard of. But they had to pass through COB Cavs or UB. And
Okay, all right.
yeah.
Okay.
At least for a semester or two. Not just somebody who played for
Okay.
one semester. Oh, I shutting up. I can shut up.
Okay, all right. Let me see. 5. Okay. Definitely, I would choose Perry Brooks. Perez
Perry
Brooks.
Perez Brooks. I heard about him. He played for the Alumni, eh?
No, he did not play.
Why he ever done name? Why you know that name?
I think he was in the States when that game was being played. Because he lives in America, to the best of my knowledge. Perez Brooks.
I get it. All right, Perez. But he used to play for UB.
Yes, he was. Before Stu became a prolific goal scorer, it was Perez Brooks.
Was he the one with the who was on national team with the Rasta locks kind of short?
No, that's Alex. I'd also choose Alex.
I know Alex.
Thompson.
No, Alex had the one lock coming in. I know about Alex. Coach, I know about him. It was the next short guy, my first year watching y'all, who Coach had running around because he's on the national team. But he had moved out after one semester. I think his major was art or something like that.
I'm not too sure who that person is.
I see him. This is about you, not me. Let me shut up. All right, so Perez Brooks.
And Perez Brooks, Alex Thompson.
Okay.
And
3 more.
Excluding myself. Okay, excluding myself. So
excluding yourself. Yeah, we know you for legend.
Okay, perfect. Perez Brooks, Alex Thompson. I would go with Christoph Wood.
Mm-hmm.
All right, 5v5 don't normally have a goalkeeper, so I guess we could leave that out.
5 plus a goalkeeper. You could get your goalkeeper too.
Of 5 plus a goalkeeper?
I don't see you pick.
Hey, this is tricky. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put Mikey in the goal, and I'm gonna play Julio.
At that peak.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So I have Julio on the field. So how much is that so far?
That's 3 on the field and Mikey. So you got 2 more people.
Okay.
You chose Mikey over Julio though. Hold on.
No, I'd have Julio on the field playing.
But why not Julio as a goalkeeper and Mikey on the field player? I wouldn't understand that.
Because the reverse don't give you the same. I think Julio is a better field player than Mikey. But as a goalkeeper, it's like splitting hairs between the two. So I could live with whoever's in the goal. I could live with whoever's in the goal.
Shout out to Mikey, shout out to Julio. I have nothing more to say.
Yeah, like Mikey's called Spider-Man for a reason, and Julio is. We all know about Julio's prowess in the goal.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 2 more. Let me see. I probably would need somebody else to defend. I'd have Denzel.
Whoa.
And
boy, this one go far. This one go back from Freeport time, boy. Yo. Denzel.
And you know, I'd pick Smith.
Jeez. Like, don't be predictable, bro. Don't be predictable.
I pick Smith. I pick Justin Smith.
Oh, so Justin Smith, Perez Brooks, Alex Thompson, Julio Jameson, Mikey Butler, right? Mikey's a Butler.
Yes.
And one more. Who I left out?
Denzel.
Denzel. Now, my question, sir, is why has Stuart Hannah not made your list? That's all I want to know. Why has the great storehouse
Boy,
not made your list?
it honestly was a flip of a coin between him and Perez. They were really prolific goal scorers.
I out, bro. That's all I want to know. It's being
Like,
said here. His top five is here, people. Is his goalie is chosen. Soccer players and alumni are free to comment on this and let him know how you feel. He's all yours. Here's the lamb for the slaughter. But bro, it's been dynamic. I don't see any questions inside there. So I'm gonna let you just I want you just to take over the final section with any finishing touches, any last words you want to leave. And I'm curious about if you see a difference between the excitement of graduation this year versus other years. So if you could tell me if you see that difference first, and then final words.
well, the ex- it I don't see the excitement because of it's going to be online, and I see a few graduation pictures. I don't see it as much as I normally would, and
Mm-hmm.
years pass. So the excitement, there's too much uncertainty going on right now.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why the excitement is just not what it
Can we,
would have
but
been.
like, I'm gonna dig deeper. I'm gonna really pick your brain. Do you feel there's a almost not even a schema, but a perception that maybe people are thinking, okay, I got this degree in, let's say, business administration, which taught me how to manage from an office. But the world has
Uh-huh.
changed where the world wants you to office no more. They want you to be home and manage online. Do you feel some people are questioning perhaps? And this is a conversation. You think they're questioning the significance of their degree as a graduate?
Well, I don't think they are at this moment
Mm-hmm.
because you don't really see the value of the degree in a practical sense until you leave school. So
Mm.
they don't have the means with which to question the validity of the degree as yet. Meet them 3 years down the line, and then they tell you their experience in their field specifically, of their experience job hunting, and then they will give you an honest opinion as to the validity of the degree and the usefulness of it.
What about
That
the
is when I
application? What about the application process? I'm sure many of them have applied for jobs, but of course, we're in a season where people are one, they may have gotten laid off. Two, some jobs have become irrelevant. And three, they're now, if they are putting their resume out there, they'll be battling with people who are hoping to return. Like I have a few, I used to be in a hotel, so I have a few employees who've been called back for next week, but others sitting down like, whoa, why they ain't call me?
why didn't
It's
call
like,
me.
so my whole thing is, well, you know my behavior and what I do with my company. So I always have my options out there, you know. But I'm baffled. I'm baffled. Even last night on, I think it was our TV, one guy at the hotel was like, you know, he's waiting to get hired again, and he can't make it off NIB and this and that. And I'm like, I all I saw was opportunity. I know I wear it, right? But all I saw was opportunity off COVID, from off season to I did a show called Creative Leadership to drawing people on Zoom. Like all I saw was opportunity and God given time to do it. But so much people are kind of stuck in that, I'll call it that circle of I need things to get back to normal. What advice would you give them as somebody who I think has been through the trenches and have to find different ways when I could honestly say when so many no's have come your way, so many
I
doors are being
I think
shut.
I think whatever you do, like you learned something in those 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
I know that for a fact, and you have to use that going forward. Even if you can't secure a job per se with the degree, like you've garnered some skill, and sometimes the skill might not be as obvious to you, but if you really do a deep introspection, you will know what that skill is that you've garnered. And that is why, and you need to see now how that skill fits in with the economic landscape and the
Mm.
prospects moving forward. Because, and you have to know your handicaps also. And what I mean by knowing the handicaps is, you know how traditionally when you look at job listings, they would say We need a master's degree, 3 years experience, blah 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 blah. As a graduate, you don't have these things. So you need to know how to best to
Well, no, no,
navigate
no, no.
that.
Let's take a stop. Let's say a job requires leadership experience. Are there any areas in, let's say, your own college experience that you would go to that job and explain to them off your 4 to 5 years how you've garnered or gathered leadership experience? Like how would you do it? If anybody who's watching wondering how do I approach this new job, how would you do it if a job is requesting leadership experience and you're back in your mentality of I just graduate, how would you do it?
Well, if that question was posed to me, I would draw upon my leadership in sports, being the vice captain. I would definitely speak to that. And I would draw on my experience in student government and in student leadership in civic life. So, like one of my lecturers said to me, we had a lot of experience, but we just don't know how to really sell ourselves in that sense to figure out what fits where. I think Dr. Hutchison is the one who said that. Like when you see people ask me for these
She told me
years
the
of
same thing,
experience,
bro. She told me the
yes,
same
it's
thing.
like, oh, what leadership roles do you possess, or what leadership roles do you hold? Being the vice captain of a sports team is a leadership role, and you definitely could spin it. But when that question is asked, most people might not make the connection to say, hey, I could say this, this, that, and that, and it will still come off in the way that somebody else who could say that they were probably, I guess, supervisor at this place or supervisor at that place. I could still sell myself with my leadership experience because your experience is your experience.
I see the COB/UB degree melting off you, boy. You are tailored. You are tailored. I want to let you know, Dr. Hutchison, one of the greats. I still remember my interview at Atlantis when I was going into management, only after 3 months on the line, right? And they asked me, why would we let some guy with a psychology degree become a manager? We need tourism managers. We need business managers. Why would you need a guy with psychology? But I flipped that so quick. I was like, well, it's obvious that anybody can manage the system. I think anybody who comes on your job learns the system, the routines, the schedules, but few people can handle people. And that was my one line
Mm-hmm.
away. That was my one line away. When I said that in an
And you
interview
seal it
in my head, I was dancing. I was like, kill him, Ren. Kill him. But
because
honestly, that's the
like in those conversations when you're posed with a tough question and when you wrestle the question and you take charge of the situation. You get that confirmation even from the people who's interviewing you. So like there's always a way you can spin it. You just need to know how to articulate yourself and know what to call upon the relevant experiences that you've had thus far.
I don't know why you be just on high, you boy. We need you to fly over to Jamaica and recruit, man. That's what I say. I said it here. I said it here. I said it here first. Me and Marlon going to Jamaica. Go Mingos. We going to recruit. Soccer team, all Jamaican. and and I want anybody to know, with the respect of our athletic director, this team, yes, we are in the Bahamas, but we have a lot of nationalities on our team. I think Simba was from where? Simba was from Toulouse. Simba. I think
I
Simba's from. I hope Simba don't beat me up. But anyway, Simba wasn't from here,
Yeah.
right? Marlon from Jamaica, Julio from Jamaica, Kinsey, proud Haitian, right? But like we have all kind of mixtures of talent, and one thing I've learned.
And you see in the game itself that there was a fellow from Trinidad in the game.
Hmm.
In the alumni versus the alumni game, there was
I remember, yeah, I
player
remember
from
him,
Trinidad. Yes.
and he was a part of
So
Domingo's regime as well. I mean, the Carrots regime.
yeah.
So I think anybody who's watching who is like, oh, they only want Bahamians, no. If you have talent, our administration and our leaders, they find a way to bring you here. Like he said, we pick you up from the airport and we give you McDonald's. Who doing that? Who doing that, people? Who doing that in 2020? Us, at Domingos. We give you so much nuggets, you could throw 5 nuggets out the window because we balling like that. The pot kids got to eat two. They got to eat 2 people. Anyway, but Marlon, we're about to close. Any final words for our audience? Remember, this is going to be on the timeline, so they can always come back and watch it. I'll send you the links, or you can look on the timeline to have the links. But any final words before we end today?
I I will say that the college journey was not easy, and everybody else will go through it differently.
Mm-hmm.
But my journey being a student athlete was really, really good. I got some fulfillment from it. It
Mm-hmm.
wasn't all better roses and all that, because there were a few bumps in the road. But in its totality, and looking back at it in retrospect, I enjoyed it. So I would implore anybody else who's considering sports to give it a try. If it's here at UB, that would be really, really good. But
I want you to give them one final good memory. You talked about coming to Nassau, New Providence for the first time, right? Talk about your first trip with the soccer team abroad. Talk about what that meant for you and also the experience of it.
my first trip, I I couldn't really immerse myself in it because I was a freshman. But the few memories I have of it was that I I love to be in part of a team. I love it. So the idea of traveling to a different country to represent the brand, the university, was just second to none. And it's a feeling that I have every time we travel. Like literally every time we travel, we're all dressed and mingles, paraphernalia, and we
Mm.
move as a team. It's something that I really, really enjoy. So those are my takeaway moments from that, from my freshman year. Like,
You're not touching some other parts that many people have talked about. What about the experience? Do we have you in a jack-up car? What about the hotel experience? What about the food situation? Tell them a little more about what we do in this program.
all right, let me see. You see, I'm not the the food situation. Some of the food was. I remember one day I wasn't too pleased when we got a go wrap. Um, I, I remember, if my memory
Because we
serves me right. I
spoil
don't
you,
even
because we
know.
didn't spoil you, say it. Because we spoil you, you're being the Golden Corral or you're being the Outback or something, and you get spoiled. That's why you don't appreciate the rap.
Yeah, the go wrap kind of threw me off because I was like, what what is this? That the long drives, they weren't so problematic because coming from Jamaica, sometimes we go on those journeys also, spanning
Mm-hmm.
more than an hour. Um, but
Shout out to
sometimes,
Justin. Shout out to Last Hope, just logged in. Shout out to Justin.
but yeah, like that food incident kind of threw me off, and I wasn't too pleased. But and sometimes you didn't really necessarily like the room arrangements. You might
Mm-hmm.
not like the room arrangements sometimes.
No man, no
And
man. We put you all in good rooms, man. Don't say that.
I mean, sometimes you might not like the room arrangement.
The people, or the actual room.
Or it would definitely be probably the people because you don't get to choose. You don't get to
Uh,
choose. They do the choosing. So if you had the choice,
Between
then
me and
you
you though, off the record, y'all ever like switch like when Mr. Bossy and them go to sleep, y'all ever like switch rooms just to be with your boys? You could tell me if Justin was in the room, you just won't go with your roommate
no.
Justin.
Well, I don't remember nobody switching, but I know people would be up late in other people's room to the point where by the time you go to bed, you might as well did sleep because it was that late. And
Off the
then
record, of course. Off the record. You already graduated. It's
yes,
unaffected.
yes, totally off the record. And then like I wasn't too pleased with being forced in a sense to study time. I wasn't too pleased with the study time thing because like I just I didn't need it, and not being arrogant or such, I just did not need it in that sense. And mandatory study time, I probably didn't use it to do anything, to be honest.
Just take a walk around the
So
hotel, chill by the pool or something.
no, you have to be in a common area.
Oh,
You
okay,
have to be in a
okay.
common area. So that was a bit, I think, overreaching in a sense.
Something like that.
But
Richard was probably there with his book say.
no, I've never traveled with Richard, you know.
Oh no? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I never traveled with Richard.
Shout out to Richard,
The
highest GPA in the institution, allowed to be valedictorian.
Richard is something else. Like the
Going to be a
utmost respect.
neurosurgeon. One day going to be my neurosurgeon. I could just be on the bed. Richard, I need help. He just said, "Well, the bill is comped. The bill is comped. Go Mangos." You know, I know Richard and me go way back. You know, like long hair.
Well, good luck. When you see the bill, you tell him what to do.
I can say it. I can say it loud and I can say it proud. Go Mangos. Go Mangos.
Yeah, but those those were the part of the experiences that I did not. I wasn't too fond of the mandatory study hours. I guess that food incident that time, and some other little things. I remember one time we were having a conversation in the bus. We were discussing a somewhat controversial topic. It's not controversial for me. I'm not going to say what it is right now, and the coach at the time was like, "What are you guys talking about? Cut that conversation in the bus." And then I was like, "That's not really that. Like, we could talk. Like, we're university students. We should be able to explore any topic." So it was those type of things that I did not like on the trip. But by and large, they like I say, when you take things in its entirety, and in retrospect, they're always better than they actually were in the moment.
Okay. Well, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, this is Off Season featuring Marlon Miller, one of our proud international and local, of course, alumni, proud member of the Mingo family, and known as the Busher / the legend / the superstar
Hey, but
/
you see that butcher name?
That wasn't good, eh? That wasn't a good thing?
The reason why Justin gave me that name, according to him, like, I have no skill.
Whoa.
And all I do is kill people. Yeah, according to him. And you know how what Justin do most of the time. So that's the I guess the backstory behind that name.
So it wasn't a good thing. I take it back. You won't be the butcher.
Oh no, I embrace it now. I embrace it. I embrace it fully.
Y'all is embrace these names too quick. First Piggy, butcher. Y'all is create some silly names to embrace it.
It stuck and people ran with it. So I'm like, okay. So,
but again, go Mangos, bro. Happy graduation week. We're leading up to commencement. We hope that you tune in to watch live on Facebook next week, Monday. But thank you again, Marlon, for your time. I know it's very crucial. I really appreciate it. And go Mangos.
All right.